Well, Michigan State basketball coach Tom Izzo says, I want my students back in my Izzone. Enough of this vacation break. It's going to be a while, though, because he's got to go on the road this weekend. He's on the other end of our AT&T line right this very second. Happy New Year.
Same to you, Michael Patrick. How are you?
Well, I'm happy to talk to you. And, of course, everybody's in the rosy glow, if you'll pardon the pun, of what happened in Pasadena yesterday. Have you been able to talk to Mark D'Antonio, or what are your thoughts? Where did you watch? How did it all come down for you?
Well, we had practice, and I brought my team over to my house. My wife and kids went out to the Rose Bowl, but I got a day job that kind of screwed that up. So I sat with my team. I watched it. I talked to Mark D'Antonio late last night, and I, in all honesty, got up this morning and just watched the replay, the final 10 minutes of it. So we just won again a couple minutes ago, but got a little cold, but it was worth it.
Were you a little shocked at the running plays that Stanford ran in that last series? It seemed awfully strange to go toe-to-toe, head-to-head, right up the gut against that strong defense.
Well, you know, everybody goes to what they do. And, you know, I thought two things that confused me, even going for the field goal, confused me because they still had a score. But, and then, you know, the running plays, I mean, that's who they are and what they are. And so it was strength on strength, and give Ellsworth credit. You know, what a storybook finish for him. And he made the big play along with the whole defensive line. And then Narduzzi and D'Antonio and everybody that was involved. It was one of those classic moments that will be remembered in Michigan State lore.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Narduzzi, Pat Narduzzi, because they kept showing him, ABC, ESPN did, and they had the graphic under there as, you know, assistant coach of the year and so forth. And there are lots of openings now, and I see that D'Antonio is going to sign a new contract with a nice raise for himself and his staff. And you know, for instance, you're going to play Tom Crean and the Hoosiers this weekend. So do you think he's long for this team? And if you're Pat Narduzzi, isn't it time to take a serious look at making your own move?
Well, you know, it's number one, it could be time. I hope not, because I think he's a valuable part, but I hope so if that's what is best for him. He sure has given us 7 great years, and I think Mark appreciates that. I think Mark himself is here for the long haul. I think, you know, the relationship him and I and Hollis have, along with our president and board, has been just spectacular, and it's been a lot of fun. And, you know, he called me 20 minutes before the game, and that's kind of the way it's been. But as far as Narduzzi goes, Michael Patrick, you know, you got to go when you're hot. But I think his credibility, you got to go to the right job. And there's a lot of bad jobs out there. And if you can get one of the big ones, then I say you make the move, as Jimbo Fisher did and guys like that. If there aren't those kind of jobs, or you're not involved, you know, ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, he's got a good thing going here, and it's not like if they don't have as good a year next year, his stock is going to drop. He's already proven himself.
How many people, by estimate, asked you if you know what happened to Max Bullough in the last week?
Well, quite a few, you know, but I guess the good news is I was gone 2 or 3 of those days too, and that made it easier. But in general, you know, I've been there, done that. I know what it's like to have to make tough decisions, and I love Max Bullough. He's been a true Spartan his whole life, not his whole career here, his whole life. But as I said before, you know, good kids make mistakes, bad kids make mistakes. Those are the things that make this job miserable more than the losses, to be honest with you.
You know what happened?
I don't really know the whole story. I mean, I've got my guesses like everybody else. Mark's kept everything pretty tight out there, and I didn't ask because of you know, the situation. Just didn't have an answer all kinds of questions. But I'm sure everybody's going to find out as time goes on and we get back in the thick of things. But you know, breaking rules is breaking rules, and I think that's what's so hard about this job is just like your own kids. You know, you got tough decisions to make, and but you got to give the guy credit. He made the toughest decision because I know he loves Max Bullough and the whole Bullough family, and he had to do what he thought was right for his program.